Hi, welcome to this week's Dragonblade Authors Unplugged. I'm so excited. I've got Tanya, Wilde, and Reid with me here today. Ladies, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Hello.
So we had bunches of releases that came
Hi.
out this week, and we'll catch up with all of them. But we're going to dive in first with Phil's book, which is An Unusual Wager, and it is book 4 in the Mismatched Lovers series. Phil, can you tell us about that one?
It's about two people who are very mismatched, for a start. The hero is an earl. He's the Earl of Dunster, and he's called Jonathan Wintringham. And he's a rake, but he's got a reason that he's a rake, which you don't find until the end of the story. And he wakes up. I mean, he's completely hungover. It's the morning. He wakes up, doesn't even know if he's in his own bed, because frequently he's not in his own bed, and that's for a reason as well. See? But you don't find that out till much later when he admits why it is to the heroine. And his one of his servants comes in and says, "You've got a visitor. There's a lady downstairs." And he's thinking, "My mistress wouldn't call at that time of the morning. It's very early. It's 11 o'clock. It's not early at all." But he's not used to getting up early. And he goes downstairs and he finds this young woman, and she's quite shabbily dressed and quite proper looking. And of course, because he's a rake, he's eyeing her up and thinking, she'd make quite a nice mistress. She'd clean up nicely, put her in a nice dress, get her hair done, all the things that you could do. And he thinks she's quite attractive. And she has come because last night, which he cannot remember, when he was gambling in a little group. Don't actually specify what game they were playing. I can't remember. He was playing with an elderly gentleman. And the elderly gentleman runs out of money, and and the only thing he's got left to stake is his daughter.
Oh no!
A woman in the Earl's parlour in the morning, and he loses her, of course, because he's an inveterate gambler. He's a black sheep of quite a good family who hasn't been home for years. The girl's about 23, so he hasn't been home since he collected her from her grandmother when she was 9 years old. Almost the first time he laid eyes on her, but not quite. And took her off because the grandmother died. Took her off to France and Europe. She's been all over Europe as a young woman. Her mother died, so she stepped into the shoes of her mother. So he's gone around doing cons. He's conned people and swindled them out of money. And every time he's done that, he's got to the gambling table thinking, "Oh, I'll make my fortune this time." And she knows what he's doing. And of course, he hasn't made his fortune. So they've got no money at all. And he's now ill, and they've come back to England. And of course, he's gone straight out gambling and lost her in a game of cards. And she's a very sensible young lady, but she also absolutely adores her father, and she would do anything for him. So she's come around here to this Earl's house. What she would like to do is offer some cleaning duties, or possibly, she's very good at accounts, possibly doing some accounts for him. And of course, that's not what he's thinking. Mm-hmm. But then he actually realizes before his friend turns up that, and his best friend he's 32. He's been an earl since he was 16 when his father died, fell down the stairs, had a bad accident. That comes into it later on as well. His best friend comes along, and his best friend recognizes the girl. It's his cousin, his long lost cousin.
Oh.
He was there the night before, and Jonathan is absolutely horrified. Why didn't you recognize your uncle? And he says, "Well, he doesn't look like my father. How was I supposed to recognize him after all those years?" He's in trouble. He's called Walter, and he's in trouble. But he also knows that the girl was won at cards, so he thinks she's been there all night. Yeah, right. She says she hasn't. Well, she says she's not. She says she's been there a number of hours because she's been waiting downstairs for him while he's been lying asleep up in bed, and that's just as bad as having been there all night because she hasn't got a maid. She's got nobody with her, and so he turns around and he insists to his friend Jonathan, "You're going to have to marry her."
Oh my goodness!
So Jonathan, who's got a terrible hangover, a very, very bad hangover, is kind of pushed into it, and Verity is as well, because she doesn't want to marry him and he doesn't want to marry her, although he does think that it would to keep his family quiet because it might end up with an heir. And his grandmother has been nagging him about getting an heir. So they decide they're going to get married, but it does not. There is not it's a difficult path to marriage. They do get married quite early on, but she hates him. And he's not well impressed with her. Obviously, it all comes right in the end, but they are very much at odds with each other.
I love Marriage of Convenience. I love it when they get married and then they have to find the love afterwards. That's one of my favorite ones. And if it comes with a little bit of animosity and enemies to lovers, that's even better.
Mm.
Awesome. Poor man woke up with a headache and ended up with the betrothed.
Yeah, he did.
Awesome. How many more in the series, Phil?
Well, there's 8 altogether. That's number 4. So there's 4 more. I've written 2, and there's 2 more to write.
And remind me how they're connected together?
They're not really particularly well connected together. The only thing that connects them together is that they're all chalk and cheese, and you don't expect them to get together and like each other.
Thing.
And you do.
Fantastic. How do you like writing Regency?
I do like it. I'm getting to like it more and more as I've got more used to it. To begin with, I was very wary about it because it wasn't. I mean, obviously, I'd read Georgette Heyer as a teenager, and I loved Georgette Heyer books. Some more than others, and I really do quite like it. I quite like the interaction between people, and I like the way they talk to each other, the proper way they talk to each other.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
And I think you can also use quite proper language when you're writing the story as well. Like there's a lack of contractions because they speak so properly. They don't say they don't shorten words, and they usually have good vocabularies as well because they're well educated. I like that.
Yeah, I can see that. Everything would have that flavor too. Yeah. Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to the next 4, and we're glad to have this one. So, the next book that came out this week is Oath of Blood, and it is Sophia Nye's book, and it is book 6 in the Warriors of the Fiannan. So if you're hankering for Scottish warriors, Irish warriors.
Ooh, Irish.
Warriors. If you want warriors, you should grab that one. And then the one that came out after that is Tanya's book, and it's The Temptress and the Lion, and it's obviously a Lion's Den book. Tanya, can you tell us about this one?
Yes, did I unmute? Okay. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep.
This is Bishop's book. So if you read Beauty and the Lion, he's the butler and man of affairs and just jack of all trades of the Duke. The Duke found him in a ditch on his property a few years back and just took him in. But he's actually the lost heir of a dukedom.
Oh, wow.
And his uncle had his parents killed and also tried to have him killed, but he escaped and he's been in hiding, and it's been 12 years. And he also left behind, obviously, his life, but also he's a fiance that he's been betrothed to since childhood. So yes, he returns to London for some business for the Duke at the Lion's Den, where he sees our heroine, Alicia. And he immediately, even though it's not in his plans and he's still in hiding and he can't let his uncle know he's there and alive because he is presumed dead, he meets her, he plays a wretched game for her, and then he's just like, he's not losing. And all the old feelings and all the old things come back, and she's kind of the only link left to his past, really, to what he lost. So he then wins her hand. She's caught up in a scandal. Obviously, she's at the Lion's Den, and she was, I believe she was almost trapped in marriage, but she just refuses to marry that guy. And she's gonna, if she is to marry, she will marry on her own terms. She's keeping it hidden from her family because the family is in the country at the moment. So yes, and all the shenanigans begin. So it's also a marriage of convenience. She insists upon it. He just does it. He's just smiling, like, okay, yeah, marriage of convenience, sure. But he tries to win her back, obviously, because yeah, he just falls head over heels in love with her all over again.
Oh,
And then it's navigating that and what's happening with the uncle and how he gets his title back.
yeah. There'd be big feelings too with having to give up your whole world and then seeing her again. And like, I mean, there'd be lots of feelings and tensions attached to that too. So, do you like writing the Lion's Den world?
Yes, we thought he was dead. Do I like writing in it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, sorry. There was a bit of lag. Yes, I quite enjoy it. It's something else. It's writing within another's world. I've quite enjoyed this book. And I actually, while I was thinking about this book again tonight, because we're speaking about it, I actually have like an idea blooming for a next one.
Oh, I love that.
If I do write a next one. Yes, I think.
Is his uncle then? Has he stolen his title? Has his uncle got the title?
Did his uncle steal the title?
So he's not formally been handed the title. Yes, but the Parliament, they've been blocking him because they suspect foul play. And so it's more like a courtesy, like, you know, his peers won't go against him. They'll call him the Duke, but it hasn't been legal. It hasn't been legally awarded to him.
So there's still hope for our
Yeah,
hero.
there's some technicalities there. Some research.
Yeah, still hope for our hero then. Awesome. So, Phil, have you written a Lion's Den book?
Yes, I have. That was the last book I did. It was called The Cornish Lion, and I'm writing another one right at the moment.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, which I'm really enjoying. And I had to really think to come on here because my head is full of the Lion's Den book. Mm-hmm. So I have to say the right names.
Yeah. We're getting our Kickstarter ready, so I've been thinking about all things Lion's Den because Natalie and I have been passing back and forth the graphics for the special editions and stuff for the Kickstarter, and so I'm like completely Lion's Den crazy right now because it's so beautiful.
Kickstarter?
The Kickstarter is going to be 2 volumes. You know how we normally do an anthology every year for the Lion's Den books with like 8 books. Well, this is 8 Roaring Lions, and we're dividing it up into 2 volumes and doing 2 hardcover editions with foiled covers and like darted really beautiful end papers and sprayed edges, and they're so pretty. I can't wait for you guys to see them. They're so pretty. So as soon as we have it ready to preview, I'll make sure it's posted on all of our social media so you can see it because they're really lovely.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, and they'll be like beautiful books that you can hold in your hand. You know, bookshelf books. So
yeah.
So we still have a few minutes left.
Collectibles.
Yes, exactly. We had one more book release this week. We're going to catch up with Alexander sometime in the future. I'm really excited about this one because this is a brand new series. It's A Lady's Guide to Witchcraft, and it's the first book in a society of witches. And speaking of gorgeous collectibles, the cover for this one is just holy moly pretty. Like it's just beautiful. It has that kind of Art Nouveau kind of. It's lovely. So you have to go see the cover and then grab the book while you're at it too. But we have a little bit of time left, and I thought maybe we could talk about if there was something that you guys wanted to talk about. We talked about marriage of conveniences and a little bit of enemies to lovers. Are there favorite things that you like to read, favorite tropes you like to read, or favorite tropes you like to write in particular?
Well, Tanya's got someone who was a murderer in her book, and I've got an attempted murder in my book. I quite like it when there's a bit of crime in a book. Mm-hmm. I've had quite a lot of crime in my books. Because I've got one about a duchess who's thought to have murdered her husband, and
Yeah.
I love something like that.
Yeah. So is it the suspense part that gets you, or the mystery, the solving the murder part?
All of it, really. I like a bit of suspense, and I also like to know, I hope that the reader doesn't jump ahead and know what the outcome is, because I've got quite a mystery in my book that has to be unravelled, and that my heroine eventually finds the answer to. And when you're putting it in, you're kind of thinking, I want to, you want to sort of scatter a few clues, but you don't want it to be too obvious. I mean, I don't think I could ever write a proper murder mystery, because I imagine that would involve a lot of planning.
I would think so, because either that or a lot of revisions, because you either have to know going into it where everything goes, or you have to go back and put everything where it belongs to be going.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which would be easier.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try at some point, make a proper murder mystery.
I should definitely try it.
Yeah. A country house party. Agatha Christie type thing, but set in the Regent's area. Someone gets murdered. Did the butler see? Is that what you say? The butler. What the butler saw, that's it, isn't it?
What about you, Tanya? Do you like the little bit of suspense and mystery?
I do, but I'm not very good at mystery. I always forget to pepper in clues. I'm a pantser, so it's hard to plan out the things ahead. But I do like a little bit of crime or something, gone wrong. My next series is about the criminals and our heroines falling for them.
Remind me the series
that little spiciness.
Remind me of the series name.
For the new series. Oh, it's The Bastards of Brighton.
That's right.
I'm actually
the pre-order this week.
Yeah. Yes. And I am still, I was ready to change the title because I thought it wouldn't pass. the series title because of the word bastards, but it passed. But I kind of enjoy writing those, peppered with a little bit of mystery. I actually, only a Duke, the reader said, the reviewers commented that it was a mystery, but I can't remember that it was a mystery. So.
It's a mystery in and of itself,
I tell you what I like as well. I like getting to know London, because I have been.
Yes, I wrote a mystery.
But you don't get to travel about it. You might go to Oxford Street or the Tower of London or something. But I'm feeling I'm getting to really know London in the Regency era. And if someone mentions a street in a book, I'm like, oh, I know where that is. Because you can't see, but right behind the computer, I've got my massive, I think it's 6x4 feet. It's a pinboard, and I downloaded a Regency map of London. It's from 1800, so it's a little bit pre-Regency. It's a really good map. It's got the house numbers on it, so I can actually, if I want to put someone somewhere, I pick a house. And I just sit there and I look at it and think, oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, I saw you posted about that on your takeover, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I love maps. Absolutely adore maps. And this one, I really want to make it bigger, because I can't. It's beyond Oxford Street, and it goes down to the south, just south of Westminster Abbey, and I've got a bit of the Thames in. But I really want to make it bigger, but it would take up the whole room.
Well,
Yeah.
I love your book covers behind you.
Oh,
why not?
Oh, my husband did them for me. Got them all printed off for me for Christmas as a surprise. They're all.
Oh, it's a lovely surprise.
All of them up there. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lovely surprise. Your office color is pretty too.
Thank you. Finally got an office. Alas, my son is coming home for a little while, and I'm going to be kicked out of here because we have to put here for him. So I'll be back on the dining table.
That whole office as guest room seems like a good idea until you actually have to use it as a guest room.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Oh well, we don't mind. I'll manage. I'll get a bit more distracted when I'm in the sitting room, though. I find it very distracting if Patrick's sitting there doing something, or and the dog.
Anybody breathing is enough, like it's just like
snoring is bad because we're both retired, so quite often in the afternoon Patrick has a doze. I'm going to be going over there and poking if he's snoring.
You must get yourself headphones.
Oh yeah, apparently they're really bad for the top of your head.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
everything's a trade-off.
I mean, that's probably just if you're a man, but you never know.
I know, you could tip them down.
Yeah,
underneath.
I actually have got some somewhere. I have to find them back out again. But it's lovely and peaceful in here. I've got a little window to the left, and I can see everybody going past the house. Sit there and spy on my neighbours.
Yeah. I put a little bird feeder on my window in my office, so I can sit and look at my laptop, and then just on the other side is the bird feeder on the window, and they'll come like just tons of them all day long, and it's like having buddies. So
I'll get that when I'm in the dining room, because I'll be able to look out the dining room window at our bird feeder. But I'd rather not. I'd rather be in here.
Tanya, do you have an office that you work from, or do you work just wherever you can find space?
Oh yeah, no, I have my office, and it overlooks the Otaniqua mountain range. So that's nice. But it gets so hot. Yeah, it gets so hot in here, and when it's summer, then it will drive me to the kitchen counter, or maybe the dining room table, or a coffee shop with aircon.
Do you have a fan that you put on when you're working?
I do. I have a fan actually that I used today, but yeah, it's still hot. Like today, it's a heat wave. I'm just like, I'm sweating, but we tough it out.
What temperature is it? How hot?
It's mid-30s today, 30 degrees. Not the normal one, not the Fahrenheit one. I think in US it's Fahrenheit. Yeah, but it's like just yeah, it's a bit hot. But only for a day. Like tomorrow is still hot, and then yes.
It's 11 here today, I think. So
you meant
11
Oh, 11. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm flying over right now.
Oh my goodness, you're almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Really?
Yes. 87.8. That's a lot.
Yeah, not for me. I wouldn't like that at all.
Yeah. Summer. No.
Yeah. That's one of the
I've been just managing how I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you near the sea? Can you go swimming?
We're like 15 minutes from the beach. But oh my gosh, I like to keep my skin out of the sun. So if you see me at the beach, I'll be the one in the jeans and covered till here, and a turtleneck, and maybe some sunblock on the face.
That's not a fun way to go to the beach.
I need a house with a swimming pool, like an indoor
undercover. Phil, you used to live on the water.
I did. I used to live in a canal boat, a wide one. It was 11 feet wide, and it was 70 feet long. So it's a little bit like living in a big floating apartment. It was fun, but we had 11 years in it, and then we decided we'd move down to Cornwall. So we're in a house now, and we love it here. Don't miss the boat at all.
It's good. Oh, I love it when changes work out that way, when it ends up being something that's like a really good.
We're, I don't know, 3 miles from the beach. We live in a place called the Cornish Alps. They are not really Alps. What they are is it's an area where they produce clay. They produce like kaolin clay for pottery and things like that. And they've got these things called sky tips. They're huge. This is why it's called the Cornish Alps, because they've got spoil heaps. But it's beautiful. I mean, it's industrial. It's very, very beautiful. And lots of tracks are open on them. and you can walk around loads and loads of the different tracks and things. And there's lakes as well that are not safe. You certainly couldn't swim in one of those. It's just amazing. Love it.
Wow. But that's not where the ghost was, right?
Oh, you mean the ghost I posted about? No, that was Hadrian's Wall.
Okay.
The one with the photograph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although my son has got a ghost in his house. I love ghost stories.
I know. I remember from talking to you before. I remember being so much fun.
He lives in an old, it used to be a pack horse inn. So it's very, very old. It's probably about 400 or 500 years old. And it used to have a spiral staircase. And you can see where the spiral staircase used to be because there's a curve in the wall. But now, on the back of the house, has been built on like a scullery and a hallway and the bathroom downstairs, and then just straight stairs going up. So I'm at the bottom of the stairs when we were staying with them once. This is a few years ago now. And I'm changing my shoes. Nobody else within reach. And suddenly this voice in my ear goes, "Get out, get out." We're just like that. Loud, clear, and very aggressive.
And did you? Because I would.
I ran back into the others and said, tell them what happened. Anyway, the toilet's downstairs. Me being 60, I'm 67 now. I do need to get up in the night and go down for a quick visit to the toilet. So I said to my husband, if I have to get up tonight, you're coming with me.
Well, yeah.
I'm on my own. Down the bottom. It was at the bottom of the stairs. I mean, I'd had to come right past it.
Oh my goodness.
It was definitely a ghost.
Yeah. I don't think I could stay. And I think I'd be out. He said, "Get out." I was out. I'm out.
Well, we don't have to go and stay with him anymore because he lives quite close to us. So we just go for an evening.
Oh goodness.
It is quite a spooky place though, because my husband's heard fiddle music, and we just think that is probably from when it was a pack horse inn. He's been in the loo. You know how old men take in the loo. He's been in the loo. He's heard fiddle music, and it couldn't. There's nowhere. The radio's not on. Anyway, nobody plays fiddle music on the radio, do they?
Yeah.
Creepy.
That would be the ghosts. That's what that would be. That would be the ghosts.
Definitely.
Have you ever thought about adding ghosts to your stories?
Oh yes, I'd like to write a ghost story. I definitely would. Well, I've got 2 more books to write in it. Mismatched Lovers. I could definitely put a ghost in one of them, especially the second one. That would be quite suitable for a ghost.
There's nothing more mismatched than a ghost and a human.
Yeah, but the trouble is with a ghost and a human in a match, you couldn't really have a happy ending, could you? I mean, it's got to be sad, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think I read one not that long ago, and I'm not going to remember that.
Unless someone dies.
I'm sorry? What did you say?
Oh, no,
Tanya?
I just said unless someone dies, they die to go meet the other person.
Oh, that's still sad though, isn't it?
It's now you got 2 dead people.
Yeah.
There was the one I read, I think she was a medium and she thought he was a ghost, but he actually ended up being somebody in a coma who came out of the coma.
Yeah.
And then they could have their happily ever after. But they did have to work a lot to get to, happily ever after that way.
Yeah, because I kind of think that you could interact with a ghost if you were sensitive, couldn't you? I mean, obviously not, talk to them, that's all, and see them. Because I think they would probably look like a human being, wouldn't they? You might even mistake them. Like in The Sixth Sense, and you don't know that the psychologist is a ghost until the end of the film. Yeah. You just think he's a normal person. Yeah.
Not me. If I'm seeing anything ghost, like I'm going, I can't see you. I can't see you. I can't see you. Just gonna. I'm not going in the basement to look for strange noises or to figure out what the strange noises or any of that kind of stuff.
It really annoys me when you're watching a TV program or a film and something happens and they go outside. Well, they go.
No.
Maybe under the covers or under the bed.
It's like we're gonna channel our inner hedgehogs and we're gonna bury into something and we're gonna stay there. That's what we're doing.
They're always idiots on TV programs, aren't they?
Well, ladies, I didn't expect to end up on Ghost, but it was quite fun. It was lovely to talk to you this week. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. I'll make sure I pop the link to your books and also to the other books that released this week in the comments. So if you haven't gotten them, you can, if you haven't got them yet, you can grab them right away. Dragonblade books are the best deal the first 2 weeks after they go on pre-order, or you can always read in Kindle Unlimited. So, thanks again, ladies, for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.